Hello. If you're watching this video, thank you very much for checking out a video from Hook, Fly, Sinker. Today we are out on a stock lake, stock with rainbow trout. Going to be doing some streamer fishing. Got a 6-weight rod, floating line, some 1X leader. And we're going to hopefully catch some decent sized fish out here today, which is always the goal. Some thick daddies, as I like to call them. Alright, so I did have to move down. I'm just looking at the way the wind is blowing to try to see the depth of water over here, and it looks way deeper. You can kind of see right there the color change. So I know just by moving down I'm definitely in some deeper water. I'm gonna try to cast out here and see if I can get anything. Oh, I had a bite. Unfortunate. It's a second miss, and I definitely stripped that too. Stripped that in. It seemed like if I do it at like kind of like a moderate pace, that might be a good. Alright. Got a little small rainbow. Alright. Bring them in. Come on. A nice little small rainbow. Alright. Alright. He popped the hook out for me. Fantastic. He's trying to get out of there. Bye, young sir. Alright, got one. Alright. My rod got a little tangled, but happens. Okay. Now that we got the net wet, it's a good time. Trust me. Once you catch that first one, it's all gone from there. So I gave that about 12 seconds before I started stripping it in. I'm just, of course, changing up the strips. I had a bite. All right. Oh, that's a feisty little rainbow. Applying that side pressure. All right. It's another little rainbow trout. Okay, come on, buddy. He's just flailing around, flailing. All right, so this one looks just a tad bit bigger than that last one, but it looks like I got a good timing. Letting it sink down about 12 seconds seems to be key. And it looks like this egg sucking leech is going a little crazy. And just like I said, once you get the net wet the first time, it's game on from there. So I've been doing a good little, since I caught the 2 here, just gonna use that opportunity to go a little bit deeper into the water. Three, 4, 5. All right. Oh, had an aggressive bite right there. Something just came up and hammered it. All right, something just came up and hammered it. Oh, look at that. Keeping that side pressure. Look at that. Just letting them run, just letting them run. Let them wear itself out, keeping that side pressure. I don't know if I'm going crazy or not, or if this is like the same like suicidal fish. Keeping that side pressure. I'm trying to get him to just swim into the net. I'm not going to let him go the way he wants to go. I'm trying to keep him off balance. Just keeping that side pressure, bringing him to the top. He's jumping. Oh, just a little bit with the net. Fantastic. Now this one's looks a little smaller. I don't think this is the same fish, but it looks like. And my tippet is stuck at the top, which is not a good thing. Kind of puts my rod in a weird, like kind of high sticking position. So I need to get this fish off like ASAP. Okay. Oh man, him flailing around did him no justice right here. All right, he swam right off. He kind of messed himself up, but ooh, the net is getting wet today. All right, so we just moved down to the next position. I maybe walked about 150 meters. So I'm gonna give it like about 4 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, and just like that, we're hooked on. Oh, he's jumping. What a beautiful sight. All right, time to get that net wet. Look at that. All right, and he just, all right, come on. That's a decent sized trout right there. So it looks like the woolly bugger popped out. Just trying to secure the woolly bugger really quick so I don't accidentally like hook myself or re-hook the fish or something when I let him go. Alright. Where are you going? Alright, he just swam off. Off he goes. It's been a really productive day. This little drop-offs have been uber productive today. All right, now that the net is wet And just because of all that splashing, I know any trout in the area were definitely a little scared off. So I'm gonna just use that opportunity just to get a little deeper into the water. And as you see with the counting that I'm doing, that's how I'm establishing how far down. Because that first cast, I believe it was about 7 seconds, and I felt myself hit the some rocks, because of course there's a rocky bottom. So I use that information to adjust instead of doing the same old same repetition of things, just doing the same thing over and over. Because it's like my leader stuck to the eyelets. It's like trout. Not like they want to see the same thing. They want to see different things. And sometimes trout get super lazy, and they can get really specific about the depth in which they're feeding. So I'm trying to find that right depth. So I'm just going to cast this back in really quick. Really quick. Still slowly bring it to the surface. All right, and just like that, hooked on another one. Oh, just like that. Just letting them tire itself out. All right, look at that. Another rainbow. Hopefully I'm capturing this with the GoPro. We're having a fantastic day. I can't seem to find, oh, there we go. I always grab the line. Oh man, I think he just popped off my fly. Yeah, he has my fly in its mouth. I'm still keeping him in the water. I'm gonna just try to reattach my fly and see if I can get it back. Got my fly back. Oh man, he was ready to go. He tried to take my fly and everything. He must have really liked the fly. All right, just gonna pause this. That way I have some time to get that woolly bugger and that snap clip back on, and I'm gonna continue on. All right, I had to pause it while I get the my setup back going. So all right, that last fish tried to take my fly and the little snap with him. Just not bueno. Oh, I had another bite. Unfortunate. Hopefully that wasn't a fat daddy, as I like to call them. That's what I call those big big trout, or big anything really. Fat daddy, thick daddy. I actually learned that term when I was doing some pike fishing, some northern pike fishing this summer. Well, spring. It's like May, and the guy came up, was like, "Hey, you guys go fishing yet?" It was like me and my buddies from work. Oh man, my buddies from work were like, "No, we haven't." He's like, "Yeah, some guys are catching some fat daddies out there." And we started laughing. It kind of became a running joke. Some fat daddies, and it's just been sticking since. I even have my son saying it now. He's excited or something. Oh, I hooked into something. Oh, look at that. Oh yeah. Oh, he's taking some line. He's running. Strip it back. This is gonna be a two-hand. I want to get it in this extra, keep that side pressure, get in this extra line. All right. He came in, came right for that fly. Try to see if I can get him right in the net. It's a pretty decent sized rainbow. I'm just keeping a rod tip low. Rod tip low. I'm try to bring him up to the surface. It's all right size rainbow. Nothing super crazy. Hopefully you guys can see him. Oh, that's actually a pretty decent sized rainbow right there. And that's the important part of having your what happened to his head? Hopefully you guys can see that. Look at his face. It's interesting. That's the interesting thing when the fish follow that streamer. I kind of hit it with the kind of like a drift and flip technique, like when you're catching salmon. Because when you're flossing for salmon, you do the 4 seconds, and then you do that 90-degree like a twist like that. And that's why I always bring my streamers sideways. That way, if I do get a bite, I can just hook into the fish. And that was actually a pretty decent size. I'm gonna do one more cast, then I'm gonna go down to that box that I hope you guys saw on a recording. So I'm gonna let this hit like 7 seconds. 4, 5, 6, 7. I'll give it one more. 8. And I'm gonna start stripping it in. Nice and slow. That seems to be working today. Once you find a pattern that works, if you just switch out your flies, like different colors, but you're still keeping the same type of fly, that's a really productive way. Because if you're knowing that, let's say you're using woolly buggers or egg sucking leeches, a little marabou, and you're like stripping at a certain speed, and that seems to be working for the fish, you want to keep doing that same strip, and then you can switch it up. Because when I first came out here, I tried different types of retrieves. I tried stripping in maybe 6 seconds, letting it sink down. I tried some fast ones, then I tried the slow ones. I tried the slow ones with the pause until I found a retrieve that really seems to work for the trout out here. And the same thing, I'm just bringing it to the side. All right, I'm just gonna reel in this excess line. Before I move, I always like to do just one more cast and kind of just pull it in super quick to let it sink down. Obviously this place has been super productive. I almost had a fish. Oh, I do got a fish. Just letting him take that line. Oh yeah, he's running. Just one more cast before I'm just keeping that side pressure. It was gonna be one more cast. Keeping that side pressure. If he wants to run, just let him run. Just let him run if he wants to run. I'm just keeping that side pressure. Applies more pressure to him. So see, now he's running. So now I'm watching my step, which is more important than watching the fish. I know that sounds a little bit crazy, but I want to make sure that I don't personally fall in like the water or something like that. Especially having on waders, you're just asking for a bad day. All right, he's running, just keeping that, trying to keep the rod low, keeping that pressure on him. Now he's getting tired. You can see his sides now. You can see his sides. All right, got him in. They're really liking this pattern here today. Usually you go dark day, dark pattern, you know, but Man, he really got that in him. All right, got that out. Nice. Flip him over and he's off. Fantastic. And I have caught a decent amount of fish today, or on this fly. So I do want to check this fly out, because when I just pulled it out, it looks like the some of the feathers and stuff were kind of going off sideways. So I'm gonna check it out and make sure my fly is still in a decent still has a decent presentation here. Looks like it does. So we're just going to stop the video here.